he had a sudden idea. He decided to simulate being kidnapped to test if he could save himself. So he tied himself up with ropes and then began struggling desperately, twisting his hands hard, kicking his feet forcefully, tiny beads of sweat oozing from his forehead. He struggled for a long time, and red marks were left on his arms and wrists from the ropes, but he still couldn't break free from the tight bindings. After failing to break free, he gave up the idea of self-rescue. The only thought in his mind was to hurry downstairs to ask his friend for help to untie him. Gritting his teeth, he used all his strength to move his body little by little. He finally managed to crawl downstairs, his whole body soaked in sweat and looking a mess. When his friend saw him like this, hands tied behind his back, ropes messy all over his body, and his face full of tiredness and anxiety, he was stunned for a moment, then quickly stepped forward and asked what he was doing. Panting heavily, he told his friend the whole story. He was simulating being kidnapped to test his self-rescue ability, but he couldn't break free. After hearing his words, his friend pretended to be surprised on the surface, but a bad idea quietly popped into his mind. Before he could react, his friend picked him up on his shoulders and turned around to go upstairs. Back in the room, instead of untying the ropes on him, his friend added a few more layers on top of the original binding, making them even tighter, so tight that he could barely twist his body a little. After doing all this, his friend patted the dust off his hands, smiled at him, said not a single word, closed the door casually, and walked away without looking back. The room suddenly fell silent. He was left alone, tied tightly in place, unable to move. The tiredness and anxiety just now turned into despair. He could only stay there helplessly, not knowing what to do.